All right, well, this was pretty interesting here, this replay. So this is the tool that Condor Club offers. And what I've done is set it up. The start times were way different, but I wanted to find out how I lost 13 minutes on some of these guys. And mountain tasks are amazing, how much time you can lose and how quickly you can lose it. So on this first leg, if you watch I climbed up here before the start, and there's another valley here that was quite high in this area, and then there was an upper flat area, and once you got through it, there were just a few ridges that you had to get through and a few areas to climb. The wind was out of the south here. Actually, I think it was a little bit out of the southeast, or sorry, southwest, south-southwest. So this leg was almost straight into the wind, this leg was almost straight into the wind, and this leg was mostly downwind. But anyway, I found out I was 13 minutes. So what I've done it behind. So I selected the top 5 ASK21s. There were also Blaniks in this event, and then myself, just so I could see. And as I sort of suspected, so I'm, I think, the only guy who went up this side, and I got stuck here. I couldn't make it through the pass. I tried to dribble through it, and I had to retreat, climb, and go back. And at the time it felt like 2 minutes, but it was more than that. And then I lost some altitude later as well. So this is just sort of a cool tool. You can see here altitude is represented here in the vertical axis here, and up until that point we're pretty equal, but then you can see here they jump up, and let's see, so this is where I had to retreat right there, and then I make it through. So in that little bit I'm equal here, and if I would have made it through, which I easily could have done, just a couple quick turns down there, I would have been dead even with them. A little lower, but I actually would have been in a really good area to climb. But because I had to retreat and go back, I lost that amount of time, which is considerable. That was a 40-50 kilometer leg, and I'm below and well behind. And there I had to do some extra climbing, so that's a pretty big deficit. So I tried to do something different for fun and just paid massively for it. So I'm not sure what, well, there is time here. So right about here, I have to fall back, so that's at 4:22. And then I don't make it through there until, call it 11. So basically that's 7 minutes right there. So that was 65% of the loss, and then I lost some more here. Chris Rakob, he climbed on that big peak, and I bet you he wins. Yep. And that's the same thing that MTK did. And what I did on the second leg, I had a decent second leg. That doesn't really matter. I'm about the same altitude. But here, I chose to go over and climb in a cloud, and I got well up. But it looks like everybody else was high enough and able not to slow down at all. And so, let's look at the climb time. There's a little bit of deviation left of course there. And then here the climb starts at 38:44. Yeah, that was a long climb. And I remember thinking, why am I doing this? So 38:44 plus to 43, so that's 5 minutes. That's 12 minutes right there, plus the extra distance I had to go to get over to the proper ridge. So there's where your 12 minutes is. 7 minutes right there, and that cloud is another 5 minutes, and that's it. These guys, and you know, yeah, I would have been right on pace if I would have made it through the first thing. But that is how you learn in Condor. you know, you're able to do hundreds and hundreds of tasks over the year, maybe one a day, that you wouldn't be doing, and they're way more interesting and exciting than the average task you do in real life. So you get a lot more opportunity to sort of learn the strategy and the routing with no risk to yourself. So anyway, that is the flight review tool that's just quick and easy, and gives you a lot of insight as to what you've done. You can only do it 5 at a time. Obviously, I could throw this all into CU and replay the flight, but that's what we do. So the way you get to that is pilot ranking list and then upload track. So I'll back up to that so you can see that. Then you see this tool. Let me go back out to the flight. So once you upload the flight, you see this. And thanks to John Mattel, who taught me this, you get all sorts of statistics and details here. You can download the IGC, whatever. But down here in flight results, you can click that. There'll be a number of tasks, others who have uploaded the same task, and then you can choose the ones that you want. So, for example, I'm going to choose the top 3 ASK21s, and then Tim Madsen. I like to watch Tim's flights, and now I can replay the race. I was in touch with Tim through a lot of the flight. I could just see him from 10K behind. So this is in unreal time, so you can sort of see where everybody was relative to each other in actual task time. So I guess I'll go through that. So Tim Madsen was already well into the first leg when I started, as well as Chris Rakob. And then I started second here, and all the other guys, you know, were 2 or 3 minutes behind and then got ahead. Then I went over and did that climb. They were a little higher, and yeah, so I just got this. I can't make it look worse for myself than sort of showing it in real time. But bottom line, this is the valley I started in and climbed up, and I thought, why go around here when I could go up and get across super fast. I couldn't see exactly what I had to deal with there, but it looked easy. And I just ended up lower than I thought. I was on the flat part of the bottom of the mountain, and it took me 3 or 4 laps to get through. I got impatient, tried to make the gap, didn't, had to fall back, and it was just all bad. And it probably would have been better to go around the corner here to the same valley and at least be in touch with everybody to know if I was losing. But I wanted to try something different and learned a valuable lesson. So anyway, thank you for watching, and that is that.